Okay, so let me explain to you. I ended up making these little videos and stuff. Okay, so I drive this great big truck at a gravel pit, southwest corner of Indianapolis, southwest side, far southwest side. Great big gigantic truck, ain't even allowed on the road. It's so big I got to climb an 8-foot ladder to get in the thing. Okay, so anyhow, it is the most amount of money I could make for the least amount of effort. Okay, the job's not really hard. You just kind of drive back and forth and back and forth. So you drive over here, the guy loads me full of gravel, I take it over there to the whole quarter mile away, half a mile away, and I dump it on this great big stockpile. You'll see here in just a minute. So we're digging this big hole, and we're saving the sand and gravel from it, okay? So we can make a a waterproof hole. I can't tell you much more than that. Anyhow, I get bored real easy, all right? So I'm riding around back and forth and back and forth, and I'm trying to entertain myself is all I'm doing, okay? Well, I started this YouTube channel a few years back when I was working on motorcycles, and I was going to repairing motorcycles for a living is what I was doing, and I was going to record these repairs and post them on YouTube. You know, you see everybody doing that. Well, with all the filming and editing and all that crap, it would have taken forever. So it would have made a 2-hour repair would have been a 6 or 8 hour job to do, right? So then I'd been losing money. I'd have been spending all my time making these videos. So I was working on motorcycles and I was driving a school bus. In the mornings and afternoons I'd drive the school bus. So my granddaughter she sang and made a little video, and she posted it on Facebook. And she did a real good job. She's a real good singer, real pretty young girl, real good singer. But somebody made some wisecrack remark or something to her, I don't know, and she didn't do it. So I told her, I said, look, do another one. I said, I'll do one and you do one, and I'll do one and you do. So anyhow, I made a couple of them, and she made a couple of them, and she quit doing it. Well, I kind of had fun doing it. I was driving the school bus. If the kids ain't on the bus, that school bus job is as boring as this job is. And the radio and the bus only work like half the time. So there I am singing to myself to entertain myself. And I remember everybody's stories and everybody's jokes, and I remember every song from 1972. I mean, if it was on the radio in the late 60s and the 70s, I know it word for word. You start playing a couple bars from it, tune starts playing and I know it, all right? So with my ADD and OCD and ABCD, EFG, I remember all that stuff, and I get bored real quick, so I start recording these videos and these little songs, all these little songs I know. And all the jokes I know are a bunch of dirty jokes, I can't really share them, so that's a whole nother story. But I'm an old drunk that don't drink. Good Time Charlie and all that stuff, right? So I know all these songs, so I'm riding along and I'm singing them, so I started posting them. I remember I got this YouTube channel, so I started posting these songs on YouTube. And some people like them, and some people don't. So far, everybody's been respectful. Nobody's really said anything too off color or too negative, that everybody's mind their manners pretty well, okay? I'm just doing it to kill time. I'm enjoying myself. This job, it really gets boring. Like I said, you pick it up here and you drop it off there. You pick it up here and you drop it off there. Shampoo, rinse, repeat. All right, so I do this all day long. I mean, all day long. I run 50 loads of this stuff back and forth, and we might do something different. Like Friday, today's Friday, so we'll probably do this most of the morning, and then probably about lunchtime we'll probably switch to something else. But I figured I'd explain to you what I'm doing. All all right? And how they come about to making these videos. And if you like them, that's cool. And if you don't, that's cool too. Just please be respectful, all right? It's not like I'm coming to your house and talking crap about your lawn or something, you know, something personal. You know, you might have a garden that you're real proud of. And I'm not over stomping through your garden talking about how you ought to have roses instead of tulips or whatever the hell the deal is, you know. I know I'm not a great singer. I don't claim to be. But I tell you what I am doing, I'm entertaining myself and making it through the day. Just the work days, all I'm doing, trying to make it through the day. Sometimes I feel like doing it, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I'm sitting in there just listening to the radio or YouTube videos or YouTube music off of YouTube, you know, stuff that I remember or whatever. And a lot of these songs, I'm not doing it from karaoke kind of thing. I don't have the words, it's just the way I remember it, you know. And I remember one time back in the day, we had a great big old house over on the east side, and it was a party house, like everybody hung out. We were young, 20, 25 maybe. And so our lights got shut off. Well, it was a party house, everybody still showed up there. So we're sitting around by candlelight, we got this little AM radio going, battery powered little radio going, and we're sitting around in the dark having a good old time. We're drinking and smoking left-handed cigarettes, you know, them Mexican Marlboros, and just having a good old time. Probably 20 people in there. And my sister pulled up and she said she heard music coming from the house and couldn't understand why, because she knew we had our lights shut off. She come in and we're all sitting in there in the dark with candles going, just having a good old time, like wasn't nothing going on, you know. It's amazing what alcohol do for you. So anyhow, I'm rambling. I'm just trying to explain to everybody what I'm doing here, and I put all these videos on here, and I never put any stories or me talking or anything. But I'm just an old guy that grew up in the 70s. I'm a baby of 6 kids, and got 2 older brothers and 3 older sisters, and there was 6 kids, and mom and dad living in a little house on the east side over there, and everybody always had a friend over, so there was so many people over there. And music and comedy and all that stuff was real prevalent back in the 70s, and man, I got all kind of different influences. I turned my phone on, and all my music I have is recorded on my phone. So when I turn that on and I hit shuffle, man, you'll not hear anything come out of there. There's going to be Jimmy Rogers, and then it's going to go to Bob Marley, then it's going to go to the band, and then it's going to go to Ted Nugent, and then Merle Haggard, or John Prine, or Ramblin' Jack Elliott, or Bob Dylan, or God only knows what's going to come out of there. Well, all that's in my head, and it all comes out sometimes. And if you ever looked at this channel any more than 5 minutes, you notice that there's all kind of stuff coming out of there. And that's just stuff coming from memory. Something comes on my head or on my heart, and I spit it out on a video on here. That's coming straight from memory, and I just do it immediately. I found that if I go and look up the song and listen to the actual words, the way it's supposed to go, it kind of throws me off, and it's not as good as if it's just spontaneous, you know. So again, I'm just trying to explain myself. If you like my videos, it's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. I really kind of do it for me more than anybody else. I'm never going to be a famous singer or anything like that, and I'm not going to be YouTube famous or any of that crap. I'm just trying to entertain myself and just make it through the day. So today is January 10th, 2025. It is 8:41 a.m. and I'm here every day from 7 to 4:30. Actually, I clock in at 6:45 and I clock out at 4:30. So some days I do it, some days I don't. But I'm here every day. So I wish y'all all the happiness in the world, and love and peace, and just keep on keeping on. Godspeed, everybody. Thank you.